So today we're going to look at the chart for Jack Ma, the founder of Alibaba e-commerce trading company, very successful. He was born September 10, 1964, and this is a rectified birth time of one hours 3 minutes, and in China he was born. And so if you look to the eastern horizon, you see the constellation associated with Gemini rising at 23 degrees, 56 minutes. This becomes the most effective point of every house. And so any planet that's close to this rising sign degree has some impact in his life. Sun is right on 23 degrees. And you'll see that Sun becomes his most important planet. It's very strong and very well placed, along with Mercury and Saturn also. So we're going to look and see how the planets are operating. Then we'll see when they're operating, and then we'll see what we can do to improve or fix the chart and fix his life, although he's completely very successful. So Sun, we said, is strong and well placed. It's at 23 degrees. It's in its own sign, and this gives very much strength for entrepreneurial success. And huge self-esteem. The ability to do things that you're not capable of doing. So he tries singing, he tries dancing, he tries acting, he tries to get into Harvard. Even though he doesn't have those capabilities, he has this strong sense of self-esteem that gives him the energy to try things that most people wouldn't try if they didn't have those capabilities. So Moon is at 7 degrees. Now, Moon is weak because it's debilitated. Wait, let's see. It's not debilitated, but its dispositor, Venus. It's weak because it's afflicted by Rahu, which is within 2 degrees. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, so Moon is ruling the house of wealth and reputation and continuation of the marital bond. So they give some weakness there. So even though he applied 30 times for a job, he got turned down. Even Kentucky Fried Chicken turned him down. He tried to for the police. And Kentucky Fried Chicken, they take most people, but they did not take him. So it gives him a little bit of struggle with his career. So this second house and Sun become the indicators for career. So so that gives him some struggle. Let's see here. And then Mars is at 3 degrees. So any planet that's less than 5 degrees or more than 25 degrees becomes either young or old, and it cannot protect or promote its own signification. So Mars is ruling the house of income, and it's placed in the house of wealth and reputation. So it does give him some courage, some determination to keep at it, even though he gets turned down. But is not as strong as it could be. Gives him some ambition. Mercury is at 11 degrees, and it is strong and well placed, and gives him strong mental capabilities, and it is ruling the house of happiness through home life. I think his wife invested in the business, and Mercury also represents the IT, so e-commerce fits right in. This is a similar thing of Bill Gates as a Gemini had a strong, well-placed Mercury. Business communication. Jupiter's at 2 degrees, so also weak. It rules the house of partnerships. And Jupiter itself represents children, so it limits the number of children. I think he had 1 or 2 children. Gives him some teaching abilities, so he lectures on how to have entrepreneurial success. But yeah, this sun is just really well placed and strong, giving that strong entrepreneurial success. Venus is at 8 degrees, it's weak. That's the wife, represents wife, and it represents education and children and investments. So some struggle there, some delays, takes many times to, get success. Saturn is at 7 degrees. Now, it is also a strong and well-placed planet. It gives this hard work and discipline and focus to keep going when most people would think, if you get turned down from 30 times or 10 times from Harvard, you think, well, let's try something else. Or 30 times you get turned down from a job, try something else. But no, he keeps going. Very, very strong abilities. It gives him some service, some philanthropy. It is afflicted by Rahu, so there is some, again, delays there. Rahu and Ketu give this strong desire for partnerships and some spirituality of those partnerships as well. So let's look at the timing of events. So when Alibaba was created, if we look at the transit chart, this is April 14th, 1999, that the website went live. We see that that Jupiter is close to the most effective point. It's transiting his career house, so give this partnerships and career a big boost at that time. And then, yeah, so I think that's the main kind of thing. Sun is moving through the house of income. Saturn is also giving good friendships and good income. So it was a good time to start that. He has all these planets in his career house: Mercury, Moon, and Jupiter. And then these planets in income. So yeah, gives good desire for wealth and recognition too. And then if we would look to see, he stepped down in September 10th of 1918. So if we go September 10th, this is actually this chart, the circular chart is the outer circle is where the planets were when that day would occurred, and the inner planets are his natal, when he was born, the natal planets. So if we look at that point, we see that Jupiter, again, is close to the most effective point, as well as Sun. And K2 and Mars are in this house of transformation. So it's a time of big change. So he's stepping down from that, and there's a change in partnership. Saturn is transiting partnerships as well. So he's stepping down from Alibaba to focus more on Jupiter, which is teaching. So, and it is transiting the house of teaching. So that all makes sense. So then we want to see what we can do to remedy the chart. So we know that Sun is strong and well placed. We don't need to strengthen that. But Moon, now for Gemini, there's no malefics other than Rahu and Ketu. So no multichronous signs in the 6th, the 8th, or the 12th house. So we want to transform Rahu and Ketu as well as strengthening the planets. Rahu is feeding the birds and helping people that cannot help themselves. And so we know he does a lot of charity work. K2 is giving to spiritual organizations, and he does that charity work as well. He is a spiritual person. And then we want to see also strengthening Moon by wearing white on Mondays and helping women. Wearing a kavash would be also helpful. That would contain the yantra for Moon, to strengthen Moon. And then strengthening Mars would help. Wearing red on Tuesdays and also wearing the kavash that contains that Devata yantra would help. Jupiter and Venus could also be strengthened. So Jupiter wearing yellow on Thursdays and also wearing a kavash. Venus wearing white on Fridays, helping women, and wearing the kavash. So these are the things that we could do to strengthen his chart. So if you are interested in getting a Vedic reading using transformational Vedic astrology, you can go to the website vastucreations.com. Under services, under astrology readings, you'll find a number of different life reading, a 3-year reading, a yearly reading, a compatibility reading, business reading. All those things are there. And then if you would like to learn how to use this astrology, which is, I feel, very accurate. You could see how accurate Jack Ma's chart was. You can go to American Institute of Vastu under astrology, and there's an online course that will certify you to be a transformational Vedic astrology as well. All right, thank you for listening.